Looks like we're working. Welcome, everyone. Good to have you with us. I want to cover some things a little bit differently tonight. And maybe one of the times we chatted before, I said if you have suggestions on things you'd like covered, to just let me know for future workshops. And I think hopefully you'll see what I mean tonight. I'm going to cover little different things, and I'll be happy to do that in the future. So welcome. Good to have you with us, especially if this is your first time to come to our workshops. Gosh, we're delighted to have you with us this evening. My name is Kim Crowther. I'm the Director of Communications for North American myWorld US. So good to have you here. Tonight, what we're going to cover is some marketing ideas, which hopefully will be different and a little fun. Why become a like internet marketer in the first place? Shopping point packs, benefits, merchant partnerships. We'll get into the 30-day action plan to get to career level 2, and then we'll get into a nice Q&A. So here we go. Let's talk about some marketing ideas. I thought a lot about this, and I know I mentioned something in the WhatsApp and had some response. How do we just make this fun and easy to have everyone sign up as a shopper, and those that see the vision and interested sign up as a like internet marketer? And how do we do that where it's fun for us and we enjoy it and never feel pressure and never put anybody else under pressure? So I've tried to come up with some ideas, and these are just some to give you some food for thought. I'll have some verbiage here, not that you need to use the exact verbiage, but I listened very intently to the person that brought me into this company and what he does, and I've enjoyed learning from Steve, and I'm going to share a lot of these ideas that I've had from him with you. So what to say to friends, coworkers, new acquaintances, family, and more. You might remember the little adage, KISS, keep it simple. Well, it used to mean something else. We'll say SMARTY today, and kind of give you maybe another way or a different thought as to how to approach someone. We get so excited because there's so much here and it's so fantastic, but sometimes just starting off simple and easy might be a good way to go. Let me give an example. How about something paraphrased like this? Hey, I just found out about an app that gives me cash back on my everyday shopping, and it's free to get and it's free to use. What are they going to say? They're going to, if they say I'm not interested, then move on. That what hard, didn't hurt your feelings, didn't hurt theirs, everything's great. Most people are going to say, really? Well, I'm interested in that, or I want that. How does it work? What is it? Etc. And then here's some ideas for verbiage. Well, with this app, we become part of a network of over 16 million shoppers worldwide. We get access to over 400,000 small to medium-sized businesses. Plus, we get to get cash back from the major chains like Amazon and Home Depot, Walmart, hotels, airlines, you name it. It's pretty amazing. And to me, it's pretty cool to get cash back, but especially when there's no cost to join and no cost to use it. That's the part I really liked. And just shut up. Now, there's a whole lot of things that could happen, a whole lot of things you could say. But if a person reaches that point with you and they're pretty excited, there's one thing we do. If they're so-so, another. And if they're not excited, we just move on. So if you feel like they're so-so and they like the idea, the concept, well, then now might be a good time to go right ahead and get them enrolled. And we'll talk about that in a second. But here's another thought for you, and that is our goal here is to not only get shoppers, but to get like internet marketers. So starting out with a little app, maybe we could say something like, by the way, there's more to this. Like I didn't even realize it, but it's pretty cool. If you sign up as a marketer, which I'll explain what that is in a second, but it's free to join and no cost to be one, so pretty easy. But then when you just show people how to use this app, like I'm telling you, when you show others how to get cash back with their app, every dollar that person spends, an example, if they go to Amazon or Walmart or Home Depot, groceries, travel, restaurants, every dollar they spend in the network, you and I get up to 1% of what they spend from now on. They don't have to do anything. We just let them start to enjoy and get cash back. And we're going to get up to 1% from now on. I mean, it just keeps on going. Is that the coolest thing ever or what? Well, now, again, depending on what they say, what we'll do from there. If they're not interested, then move on. If they are, you say, man, and what's really cool, the average person in this program spends a little over $1,000 a month. Now, I thought about that, and I thought 1% isn't a lot of money, but, that can add up. I can see $100 a month, $1,000 a month. That's really going to help. And knowing that it just keeps coming on, keeps going, that really got me excited to possibly, do this. So I thought about that and I checked it out. And did you know that Newsweek magazine rated this thing as the #1 rewards program in the U.S.? So it's got tons of credibility. That made me happy. I want to tell my friends about something, unless it's really good. And they do about $2 billion a month in sales. Now, kind of cool because you don't need to sign up as a marketer to be a shopper and get cash back. I just thought I'd share that with you because since it's free to join and free to benefit from, I thought you might want to know, because then you can do what I did and you can make money while you're helping other people to save money as well. Now, as I said, we could talk about this concept or what to say. We could do, spend a long time on this. Tonight, I just wanted to introduce the concept of keeping it really simple, really easy, maybe using the idea of an app, because even at my age, people oftentimes will say, hey, there's a cool app, you need to download it. We're always grateful somebody turns us on to an app that's fun or that we like. So the thought here is, hey, yeah, let's keep it simple. It's an app. When they say, yeah, man, I'm in, I'd like to do it, or if they say, tell me more, we'll talk next week and further on about using the on-demand videos, about using the live videos, about things we can do and say. But at that point, you have to remember, we were signing up people for years without videos and successfully. So many people are going to say, yeah, I'm in, I want to do that. How can I get started? So let's get an example here. Steve, I see that you're on. I have made it possible for you to unmute yourself and to turn on your video if you wish. But you notice the verbiage I put right there was, at that point, I can either gather their data and enroll them myself, or I can send them the link. Let me see if I can help you to do that. All right. Yeah, I guess it's in your court there, Steve. Are you with me?
I am. Hey, Kim. I don't know.
Thank you. Hear me. Yeah, I can hear you great. And just before Steve comes on, he's the one who introduced me to this thought. And I asked him if he'd come on and tell you the reasoning behind it, because I thought it was pretty smart. So thank you, Steve.
Well, yeah, and I want to go back and just say one thing. For people that want to talk to people about marketing and shopping and everything else, I don't think there's anything wrong with telling somebody that you're sharing the app with and say, by the way, if you shop in the network, I can earn up to 1% on your shopping. Because, if they're a friend or a family member, they would probably look at that almost like, oh, hey, I wouldn't mind, helping you out as a friend or a family member. And then that leads right into the opportunity of saying, yeah, and if you're interested in earning money, you can do the same thing. You can become a marketer and you can share this and you can earn up to 1%. So
love it.
Anyways, so tell me what you wanted me to. I see the slide, but I'm not sure what you want me to say about it.
The idea of, I think most people coming into Likenet, we're taught, and everything is set up, that the way you sign someone up as a shopper in myWorld or enroll them as a marketer in Likenet is by simply sending them a link. And then they go from there and do it from there. And you were the first person to introduce to me the thought of, instead of doing that, because people don't always, follow through, is that you gather the data and you enroll them yourself. And so I thought if you'd take them and explain to us why you do that, besides the obvious one, and that is that it's going to get done for sure, but the other reasoning behind that as far as, growing our business.
Okay. Well, I do it for the simple reason that I have a pretty good sized team with Wise, and I'm trying to help build depth into my team. And so, if I sign everybody up directly underneath me, then I become their support system, and that means I have to work harder. And if I can help my team and put people underneath people on my team who have said, hey, I'm willing to work with and help these people learn and grow and get involved, then I'm helping my team members grow, but I'm also helping this new person get better support than they're honestly going to get from me. And I don't say that for any other reason other than, I'm semi-retired and I work very part-time, and I'm good at recruiting and bringing people in, but I'm not great at the follow-up and the detail work. There are a lot of other people on my team. In fact, most of the people on my team are way better at that aspect than I am. So it's better for that new person to be under somebody on my team that will really support them than being directly underneath me. So does that answer your question? Oh, and then if I gather the information, you're right. I can say, okay, this person, this is a person on my team that needs help and support. So I have a copy of their link. I can open their link up, enroll this person underneath them. And then I usually send them an email and say, you just got a new marketer signed up and here's their contact information, introduce yourself and make them happy. So.
Well, part of the reason I wanted you to say this is because I'm one of those that has been fortunate enough to all of a sudden find out that there's a marketer signed up under me that I didn't sign up. And it happened to be a mutual friend, which really excites me. But I can see what that does because now I have someone that I can jump in and help. They're getting started. I can help grow your business, and you're certainly helping mine. But for you, it gives you the choice of being able to build as you need. What areas are weak? What areas are strong? Otherwise, you give them a link, they're all just going to come directly to you. So I just wanted others to think this through like you made me think it through. And, it's just another thought. It's not necessary. Like I said, the business has been going on for years without, but these are ideas that might make it simpler, easy for everyone as well. Thank you so much, Steve. Appreciate that.
You are welcome.
Anything else when you got the floor? Feel free to interrupt anytime. All right. Now, things to remember. Remember, if we enroll someone as a Like It App marketer, they're automatically enrolled as a shopper. Again, I didn't know that when I first started. Those that are new, for people that would like to be both, it's a simpler way to do it. Otherwise, if you start out enrolling them just in myWorld as a shopper, later you'll have to also enroll them into a Like It App marketer. But if you find a person that says, well, yeah, my gosh, I'd love to be both, then just sign them up as a Like It App marketer, which will automatically sign them up or enroll them as a myWorld shopper. So the question is, if we're going to enroll someone ourselves, what information do we need? Well, here's the information that is asked of us, however, whenever we sign ourselves up, if you will. And so to become a Like It App marketer, it's pretty easy. We just need their name, address, phone number, date of birth, and email. The exact information there's the form, they'd be filling that out themselves if you just sent them the link. So, or if they ask you what is required, you can tell them just the basics: name, address, phone number, date of birth, and email. For a myWorld shopper, same thing. It's pretty easy. All you need is name, phone number, date of birth, and email. So they can become a myWorld shopper and enjoy the cash back. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. Plus, by seeing these, it helps you to be prepared better to be able to help them if they have questions as to what's going on or how to do that or what to be expecting in that as well. So we're going to have a Q&A after. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. But in the meantime, this is an example of things we'd like to cover in our workshops. Take a few minutes each time and get into some of the specifics and the detail. As I mentioned, we'll cover how to use the Tuesday and Saturday live preview, maybe different than how we use the on-demand videos, which on-demand videos we use for what purpose, what they're designed for. Do we use two at the same time sometimes? Those kinds of ideas, just to give you a better overview of why we created them and the reasoning behind them and how to use them. I want to also let you know we'll be having good training coming up on how to get additional merchants, how to get them excited to enroll, and how best to enroll them when ready to go for it. So we have these in the works of future workshops we will be covering, especially make sure we have those when Matt gives us the big go-ahead sign to go out and get as many merchants as we can enrolled. So I hope that was a little bit of fun, a little bit different, helpful. We get the minds thinking. Now I have a lot of people here tonight that it's their very first time. We want to make sure that we always cover the basics for all of you, because I know when I first started and I watched that first preview and there was something on the screen that had a little symbol and it said SP, I had no idea what that was. And the problem was I couldn't follow very well for the next few slides because I tried to figure out what SP means. So I made sure from now, whenever I say that, people know that that's a symbol we'll talk about later for shopping points. Same thing here. What are the basics? How does it work? The program is so simple. I don't want to get caught up in logistics. So let's take an example. Why would become a Like It App marketer? Well, bottom line is everybody becomes one for their own reason, their own thinking of what matters to them. So again, I'm not asking for you to respond in the chat here or anything, but what do you want out of life? What would be great right now? What would you love to have in your situation right now? What would make your life better? What would make you happy? And for many people, what you're thinking or would have written down there, two of the things that you would have to be able to get what you want, you'd need to have more time or free time or more choice of time, and you'd probably have to have more money which ties right into oftentimes, making so you do have time, but also to do or accomplish whatever that may be. So the key that you'll find me harp on all the time is residual income. Because you think about it, if you're going to get older and retire, you'd either got to have just a bunch of money so you don't run out until you're done, or you got to have a way to have money keep coming in. And residual income is my favorite way to do that. Do the work once, money keeps coming in. So I guess the question is what you're doing now, does it provide for you either the way to make enough money so that you won't have to worry again, or does it provide a way that's going to keep providing you residual income so you can retire, you can sit back, you can relax, or if you're young, you can have times where you can start to really have fun and enjoy life and not worry about you put yourself into a bind. So let's take an example here. Most people are working for someone else, 8 to 5 jobs, or else they're on some kind of a salary of some type. Nothing wrong with that. If we have a job, most people are paid for by the hour. It's a set amount. We earn so much for an earnings period, and then we get paid. Before we get paid, they typically take out taxes so that they make sure that those are paid, and we have very little to any write-offs when it comes time to file our taxes that have to do with our business or work. Now, we get our paycheck, but the taxes have already been taken out, which is fine. But we have no control of what goes on. They may come and want to change our pay. They could increase it, which would be fun, or they could decrease it, which would be. We have no control of how many hours we work. I mean, we always have a choice. We can quit. But other than that, they have the choice. They have the power. We could lose our job. The company could close. One of the reasons why I love this company, because it's been around 20 years. And as you've seen in the video, it's gone through some hard times, which all companies do. And the fact that it's made it through them and becomes the biggest in the world, it gives us an idea of what we have, what opportunity there is for us. Of course, when we're working for someone else, we get sick or hurt, we lose the income. When we retire, we lose the income, or we get a limited income to live on from that point. Now, this keeps happening every 2 weeks, every month, however we're paid, every week, we go through the same cycle. Now, excuse me, the problem with that is that there's always pressure to work, to be healthy, strong, do our job, and do it right, and make people happy. It can cause a lot of frustration, and it can create a lot of stress, worry, fear, and for many people, it puts them back out of that one thing they want and adds more time to be able to have more fun, to be with family or loved ones, or do the things that they want to do. So all we have is a vacation to look forward to so many days out of the year. So let's talk about that, how it contains to being, why would we want to be a like-it marketer? Well, because one of those is we'll be typically self-employed the minute we become a like-it marketer. If you don't know what that means, well, it's not scary, it's pretty cool, and it provides a lot of opportunities. Because when you're self-employed, you can work when you want, how you want, where you want, up to you. And the nice thing is, with us being located in 56 countries, you can pretty much work anywhere you want in 56 countries, which makes it kind of nice. You can start part-time, and you can grow it into full-time, move into full-time, to do whatever you wish. It's up to you. Again, the nice thing is when we make money for a pay period, the difference is we get paid, and we don't have anything taken out. Now, some people are not familiar with that, but the beauty of that is that now we only pay taxes on the actual increase right on the spot. So we'll have many, many, many write-offs working as self-employed. And we can talk to your CPAs or do some reading. I don't give tax advice or counsel. I'm just a person. But you'll find that we have so many things that are part of our cost of our business that we can write off. Possibly as you're traveling and you go to see someone and you talk to them about this program, check it out and see if there's a possibility you could write off the cost of the trip or the mileage or part of the trip or the meals or whatever may be. You'll see what is acceptable and legal to do. We start to have all kinds of write-offs that make life really, really fun and enjoyable. So in essence, we oftentimes have more money to do the things we want for the same amount of money we would not have had as much for ourselves otherwise. Now, the nice thing is we're in control. No one can change our pay rate, if you will. We're in charge of that. We do that through the number of people that we have on our shopping network and through the career levels that we attain. How many hours we work, our choice. And oftentimes we find that with this program, as we go along and we have more and more people in our program and in our community, we can work the same amount of hours and make more money, or work less hours and make the same amount, if not more money. Pretty hard to lose your job, really can't. It's totally up to you. It's free to join, free to become one. No requirements, no minimums. And the only worry we have is if the company could close. We have that with every company. And that's why it's so fun to know that we've been around 20 years, suffered some hardships, and come out really, really, really strong and well. So the beauty of this is that we get sick or hurt. Well, it's pretty easy to do this job for one thing. Another one is that we find that for many people, the income continues to come in, even if we're not working or able to work or work as much. And of course, if we go to retire, the opportunity for residual income is there, and increased income potential continues to grow. So again, for the same 2 weeks, the same time period, we have a total different experience. One, we're always worried, frustrated, stressed out. Even if we love our job, we still oftentimes worry about, will the company be there? I know one of the most fun things I ever did, put me all around the world. The company went public, sold out, and it changed my whole world. I had no control over that. And so it's the same kind of thing here. With this, we don't have to worry about those kinds of things. And it has the opportunity to provide us residual income, giving us lifestyle freedom, choices, and fun. So that being the case, now let's get into the next part, which is the key to making what we just talked about happen. Please remember, as a like-a-net marketer and a myWorld shopper, we don't have to do any of the thing I'm going to show you next. It's not required. It is just a way that is made possible for us to get what we want faster, to be more secure, be more successful, and to really, really, really know what we're doing to make it happen. So let me first start by introducing the shopping point packs and making those clear to all the new people with us today. You may remember, as you watched the preview that we teach on Tuesdays or Saturdays, or one of the on-demand videos, we talked about that as a shopper, we get, each time we purchase, we get cash back and we get shopping points. And then we can redeem shopping points in two ways. One is through the cashback deals, which we explained in the video. And the other one is as the people in our organization, our community, purchase and buy, we not only get a percentage, as you know, of every purchase they make for us cash, but they automatically also redeem our shopping points. So my concern was, as I build my organization and as the people I share this with continue to grow, I will have the opportunity to convert more shopping points to cash than I have shopping points with the amount of purchasing I'm able to make. And when I found out that we can purchase shopping point packs, that got me really excited, because that provides me the opportunity to get shopping points and have them in my account, have them sitting there, they don't expire, and then as my organization grows, they will automatically redeem those shopping points for me, converting each point to $1 cash and putting that in cash into my account. That's really exciting for me. So how do we do that? Well, we purchase shopping point packs if we want to. Now, we can do that in a number of ways. Here's the first one. We can sign up for like a monthly order of shopping pack points. The minimum would be a $149 purchase. But when we make that $149 purchase, we're going to get a factor of 2 back in shopping points. We receive immediately 300 shopping points. So what's nice about that is as these points are redeemed, we spent 149 to get 300 back. So double our money, not bad. In addition, you might remember, we get free additional benefits and free incentives, like we get MSP Asia points, which again, we won't get into big detail tonight, but that is an example of another benefit we have, which can be very good, as we'll come back and talk about in a minute. In addition to that, we get career points, which directly in two ways, our paycheck and the level or the rate of commission we are paid on our paycheck. So we love that as well. We can purchase, if we like, 2 packs a month. That would be a one-time purchase of $298. But when that one, we get 3 times the number of shopping points, 900. So that turns out really nice. We also get 600 MSP Asia. But watch this. Here's the first time that we're going to get a merchant enrollment for free, so that we can let our merchants know when they join myWorld that there's no cost to them. And this is how we make it so there's no cost to us or anyone else as well. Now, we do 3 packs per month, which kind of maxes this out. But if we do 3 shopping packs on a month, the nice thing about that is our expenditure will be 447, but it gives us a factor of 4. We immediately receive 1,800 shopping points. So imagine spending $447 and over time having those redeemed to us back to $1,800. Pretty exciting. It's just a good old common sense way to make good money. In addition to that, we get 1,200 MSP Asia, we get 225 career, but the nice thing is now we get 3 merchant accounts for us to be able to enroll merchants with, especially as we're going to be releasing that part of our business real soon. We're going to be really excited to have them. Now, as we talk about this, in a minute, we're going to talk about systems. This automatically kind of incentivizes us and teaches us the way to go to get there the fastest, to their dreams, money, time, etc. You see, if we also just share with 3 other people how to do what I taught you earlier, or a conception we gave you earlier, and that is become a shopper and as a merchant for us, we get 3 active marketers. Excuse me, I said merchant. The shopper and a marketer with us. We will, once we have 3 active marketers, well, now the same purchase, $149 shopping point pack, is going to double it. We're going to get 600 shopping points instead of 300, 400 MSP Asia. We're going to over here, we're going to 6 times it. So we do 298, we get 1,800 shopping points, and we also get 2 merchant accounts. And the last one is for 3, look at that, it's 8 times. That means we purchase a $447 purchase, we're going to get 3,600 shopping points, and we're going to get 6 new ways to start up our merchants to be able to get them to come in at no cost. I mean, with everything that we're doing, every direction we're taking, you can see that just by following the steps, they automatically take us down the best and fastest path to get where we want to go. It prepares us for adding merchants, prepares us to grow our business. And now, if you don't mind, we're going to show you how that same concept is going to maybe be the fastest way to start generating income into your home, into your business, and start getting the potential and opportunity for residual income from now on. Now, I talked about this last week, probably every week, and that is the power of doing something that has been tried and proven versus trying to create and do something. Michael Gerber, in his books, The E-Myth and The E-Myth Revisited.
I'm sorry to bother you. Something is wrong with your microphone. People can barely understand you. Can you please turn off and on? Maybe we'll get better.
All right. Is that any better?
Yes, it's better. Yes.
That's better?
Yes. Perfect.
I just spent a half a day and a bunch of money to get the best internet connection possible. I'm so excited how well that's working out. All right. Anyway, thank you, Matt. 80% of the businesses starting fail in the first 5 years. 75% of businesses that are a format like a franchise succeed. Now, basically what it's saying is that whenever you can find something that's tried and proven and works, if you'll duplicate it, your chance of success is, as you can see, unbelievable. The system runs the business. The people run the system. Well, it's one of the things I looked for when I got excited about Like It marketing, because we do have a plan that allows us to do that very thing in a time-tested, tried and proven company that is the largest in the world and the best in the United States today. So here's how it works. I know many of you have seen this, but when we really understand it, it makes more sense. Here we go. You and I, as we decide we want to launch our career and our income, we make the decision that we're going to start getting a 3 shopping point pack each month. We just sign up for the monthly auto renewal. They'll automatically do that, typically on what, Matt? I think the 8th of each month typically. And they'll make that charge from our credit card or our bank account, whatever we want. And we will automatically get all those things we just showed you. And the shopping points, the MSP Asia points, the career pack points. We're going to get the merchants. So we make that decision. Yes. Okay. Next. So we make a commitment to come out of our pocket of $447 a month. However, our goal is that we will only actually have to come out of our pocket one time, and that is the first month. Now, please know, it doesn't always happen that way. It may take 2 or 3 months. It may be that the first month you have to come up with just a little, or the second month a little. But if we do the program as designed and proven, this is how it works. So now, what is our job? It is to find 3 people and simply duplicate what we're doing. So what does that mean? As we sign them up, we introduce to them that there is a plan. The exact thing I'm sharing with you, there is a plan, or we can invite them to this meeting and we'll share with them. where if they would like to do the same thing that you are, and that is make the decision to do an upfront commitment of $447 a month with the plan, you only have to do that 1 month, knowing it may take longer, but that's the goal. Then all of a sudden, look what that does. We have 3 people. Say it takes us a couple of weeks to do that. In our first month, that means in our organization, we will have a total of 12 shopping packs purchased in the month. That puts us at career level 1. So compensation, if that's all we did for the month, would put us at about $176. Now, the thought here, as many people that I work with have been pointing out, if all of us are shopping and doing the things we recommend everybody else, that's going to be a lot more money coming in. But this is just the very base minimum coming in from the shopping point packs. Now, the idea here is that they will want to do the same thing we are. Each one of them simply get 3 people. So what's the goal here? 3 minimum. It's not like we have to do 20 or 30, just 3. And so those will just go ahead and each get 3 of their own. Now, that's the ideal. That's the goal, and that's where we want to be, and don't want to settle for less if we can. But sometimes life gets in the way. Things happen. So to give you an example, what if here they were only able to sign up a total of 4 people between the 3 of them instead of 9? Even at only getting that, just from the shopping point pack purchases, that will be enough money so that now we will start generating more income coming in each month than our commitment of $447 per month. So we don't have to be perfect to meet the perfect goal, if you will. And that is that we only have to make a commitment to do that totally out of our pocket 1 month. As I said, if you do more and you get more people, then you're going to be making a lot more money. If you do less, then the next month you may have to come out of your pocket $50, $100, whatever it may be. Everybody's different. But I think you're all grasping the concept here. By helping people to become solid and build their business and grow it fast and get those shopping points, so as their organization grows, they can start converting their shopping points to cash and have the people in their organization do that for them automatically. It just puts everything together, flowing together for the fastest way to do that. So our job, we get 3 people. Next person's job, they get 3 people. Now, the nice thing about this is that once we have our 3 people, we have done our first step, our first commitment. So now, because it's critical that each of them get their 3, we can literally help where they need it. As I just mentioned, my person, Steve, has already put a marketer under me, for me. Now, am I taking care of that person? You bet. Am I grateful? You bet. Is it helping me? Yes. When I only need so many and he gives me one, how exciting is that? How fast does that light me up and really want me to continue to grow even faster? So we can think where we need to be. What's the best time, a use of our time and our talents, if you will. And once we've duplicated ourselves and the 3 people that we got duplicate themselves, now it's really easy because we've got that income base covered. It's really easy to now start doing a lot of things we're teaching in these workshops, add more people. I mean, that should be going on no matter what, day to day, adding more people, building more shoppers, getting more marketers into our program, and then, of course, supporting the people already there. And then as Matt is preparing us for when we want to launch and go after the merchants, we will have the merchant that we need to be able to have them sign up for free, enroll for free. We'll already have our organization to be able to have that shoot through. We'll already have the income part taken care of, and we can now just do the next step, which every step's as simple as just getting the first one done. So the reason I bring that all up is because it goes back to why be a like-a-net marketer? What do you want? Typically requires more time and money. Is what you're doing now make that possible? Well, like-a-net marketing can provide residual income and time, helping to make dreams come true. Now, I'm going to do one more thing here, Matt. I'm almost done, and then we'll go into a Q&A, which I'll certainly ask your help for. But I asked Steve Sunich, for those that don't know him, he's the person who introduced me to this program. And he and Matt I've known now for quite a while, and it's been really, really fun to see. But I asked him if he would share his story, and he kind of indicated that it'd be good if I just maybe did that for him. It's kind of personal, but it did want to share. So thank you, Steve, and I'll present this as best I can. And this is my way of sharing with you that the system works. This is Steve's own words. I was introduced to myWorld at the end of 2018, and I followed this basic program that we just went through. I grew to career level 5 before I found out I had cancer. And I won't go into details, that's his privilege, but it wasn't just minor, it was as serious as it can get. And then COVID hit. So not only is he 100% out physically, but our country kind of shut down and the world kind of shut down. I stopped everything and focused 100% of my attention on my health. Thanks to myWorld, many of my team kept shopping and saving money, and my team kept slowly growing. In June of 2023, I was contacted by myWorld leadership and was told that we're going to relaunch myWorld in the US in July, that they were going to name Matt Firk as the myWorld US CEO. The next 2 slides show what I earned in June of 2023 and the value of my shares. Now, I'm going to show these slides to you. Please understand they're only to an example of what I just talked about, the opportunity to build something that has the potential of residual income, allowing if we have health problems, allowing us if we can't work, giving us choices, giving us time, the very things that I've just said to you. Instead of me just blowing smoke at you and you saying, yeah, sounds good, I wanted to give you an example of a real life situation that couldn't have got any tougher than it did and what it meant to Steve, his family, and loved ones. So please take this for what it's worth. That was June when he found out that myWorld was launching back up and Matt would be the new CEO of the US. This is his July pay from myWorld. Now, please, everyone's results may vary. This is used as an example of potential ongoing income possibilities. Now, think with me. He started in 2018. COVID hit in 20. He stopped because of his health. How many years was he inactive, quote, outside of his control? And yet, when the company starts back up, he's still getting monthly income. You guys, I hope that helps. Put that in perspective. It all starts out with, I just need 3 people. And just think of it like that. I just need 3 people. And then I'll help them get their 3, and we're on our way. And everything else is just a subsidiary of how we help them to do that. And then this is an example of what happened with him personally with the MSP points. Now, those that are new, you'll learn that as a bonus or a benefit, whenever we purchase shopping point packs, as we've alluded to, we also get MSP Asia points. When we get these points, they're a bonus or a benefit that we get, and they're going to be there so that when the company in Asia goes into shares, that all of us that have MSP Asia points, they will convert to shares. And these shares become ours. And we can sell them, we can keep them, we make dividends from them. Well, Steve, he had been doing the program just like we've taught, and he'd been receiving MSP International points. And as many of you know by now, MSP International, myWorld International, went into shares just last month and is finishing up now. So those people who had been working this program before last month, their points have been and are being converted into shares. So as a byproduct or a benefit for his working the system, and we've already seen the financial benefit, you can see that the conversion for Steve was shares, 91 shares, valued at $590 a share. This is euro, so you convert it to US, where I think we're 8 cents higher in value than the euro. That's about $58,000 right there. Now, I've got some things here to be very careful. Remember, results may vary. Past performance is no guarantee of future performance. There is no guarantee of what the value will be of the shares when MSP Asia it goes into shares and how much we're going to get. So please, I'm just sharing with you, don't buy these for that purpose. We're not getting buying these shopping point packs to get these MSP shares. But know that the benefit has been and can be huge. And that the whole point is we're going into a system that is proven over time that it more consistently does what it's intended to do, hence the largest in the world, the $2 billion a month in revenue, the fact that it's grown and it's become more so stable and secure. So again, I'm just trying to put it all together and say, was it worth it, Steve? Was it worth it to go through what he went through for that year and a half or whatever it may have been, 2 years time, to then be still enjoying the fruits of his labors here in 2023? So I hope this is helpful to you, team. I hope that those who are on the fence, that are borderline, not sure, I hope that there's any of you out there that have had a bad experience with other companies. I have. You put your heart, your soul, your guts into something, you believe in something, you like the product, only to find out that there's something you didn't know, or that nobody else likes it but you must be unusual, or something that's outside of your control. And it's so heartbreaking and so disappointing. And this is why, for me, it's so fun, because many of the things I love here are not what we base our business on. They're bonuses, they're extras, they're things we really enjoy. What did we cover? 3 people, 3 packs. That's our business. That's where we start. Everything else is a benefit that builds from there. So I hope this is helpful to some of you to give you the courage to jump in, or to jump in faster or harder, or to learn more, to reach out to the persons that invited you, the person who's, if they're now, we're working with them, guidance and help, certainly reach out to us. We're going to continue to do workshops and provide more and more ideas and concepts, and show you how to do things physically on the site. A lot of what we'll be doing in our upcoming workshops and training. Also, you can see this app right here, link for the WhatsApp. That's available to all of you that are on the training right now. Please snapshot that, jump on. An example, if someone were to ask, well, what was that exact verbiage you shared with us about an app? We could paste that into the WhatsApp, and then all of you will have it. If you want to use it, it's there and available to you. So just make sure you do that and get access to that. And thanks so much for being with us tonight.